My wife wants her dad around our future kids, even though he molested her sister. So my wife Jessica and I have been married for 2 years. We've been talking about having a baby, planning a future, the whole picture. And until last week, I thought I knew everything that mattered about her. I thought I understood her family, their dynamics, even the strange stuff she never liked to talk about. I knew she wasn't close with her older sister Mary. She always brushed it off, said they had a falling out years ago, some drama she didn't want to revisit. Every time I asked, she'd get tight-lipped, almost angry, and say, "It's not important, drop it." And like an idiot, I did. Then we went to her brother's birthday. Everyone was there. Jessica's brothers, their kids, the parents. It was normal family stuff, cake, drinks, kids running around, until Mary walked in. The second she stepped through the door, the whole vibe shifted. You know that thick silence when everyone knows something but you don't? That's what it felt like. And then Mary snapped. She looked around the room, voice shaking but loud, and said she couldn't believe her siblings still chose to associate with him. And she pointed at their dad, and then she just let it out. He's a child molester. You all know what he did. And you still let him sit here like some loving father. Shame on every single one of you. I swear to God, I felt the air leave the room. My stomach dropped. My first thought was, what the fuck did I just hear? But what shocked me even more wasn't what she said. It was how everyone else reacted. Nobody gasped. Nobody argued. Nobody even looked surprised. They just rolled their eyes, told her to calm down, acted like she was the crazy one for bringing it up, and then she stormed out. I sat there in stunned silence, trying to process. My brain was on fire with questions. Did I hear that right? Did she actually just accuse their dad of molesting her? And nobody denied it. When we got home, I turned to Jessica and said, "What the fuck was that?" She froze. She wouldn't look at me. She started stuttering, fumbling over her words, and finally she admitted it. She told me that when they were kids, Mary used to accuse their dad of molesting her. I felt sick. My whole body went cold. I asked Jessica, "Wait, was it true? Did it actually happen?" And instead of saying no, instead of defending him, she just said, "He used to do bad things, but he was in a really bad place in his life back then." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That's not a denial. That's not an explanation. That's an admission. And then she made it even worse. He doesn't do that anymore. He apologized to Mary. It was a long time ago. She's just bitter. She cut all of us off when she turned 18 and moved out. I swear my heart was pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. She was defending him. She was excusing the fact that her own father molested her sister. And the way she talked about Mary, it was like Mary was the problem. Like Mary was the one who destroyed the family by refusing to forgive her abuser. And I realized in that moment, Jessica had been lying to me by omission for years. She knew this. She knew who her father was. She knew what he did. And she still invited me into this family, smiled at dinners, expected me to shake this man's hand like he was just another father-in-law. So I asked her straight up, "Do you expect me to let this man anywhere near our future children?" And she exploded. She started screaming at me, accusing me of being judgmental, saying I was dredging up things that happened 2 decades ago. She said whether I liked it or not, her dad is going to be our child's grandpa, and he will be in their life. That's when I snapped. I told her, "If you seriously think I'm going to hand my child over to a man who molested his own daughter, then we're not having kids. Not until we figure this out." She called me disgusting for suggesting that. She said I was trying to punish her dad forever for mistakes he made when he was struggling. Mistakes. She used the word mistakes, and I just stared at her. My wife, the woman I thought I'd build a life with, the woman I thought shared my values, my morals, and she was standing there screaming at me for not wanting a child molester around our kids. Now all I can see is Mary, that poor girl who got hurt by the one man who was supposed to protect her, and then got betrayed again by every sibling who chose to sweep it under the rug. She got cast out while the monster who ruined her life still gets celebrated birthdays, family dinners, respect, and my wife is one of the people who made that choice. I don't even recognize her anymore. The way she looked at me, like I was the problem, like I was crazy for not wanting to expose my future child to a predator. I feel sick to my stomach. Every time I picture her dad, I picture my child sitting on his lap, and I want to throw up. The thought makes me want to burn the whole idea of kids to the ground. Because how can I trust her? How can I raise a baby with someone who looks at a child molester and sees a grandpa instead of a threat? I don't know if I can do this marriage anymore. All I know is I will never let that man near my kids. Not now, not ever.